From kind of invisible to visible, building something that lasts. Now, for years, we've been putting all of our energy into client campaigns. Now, we were running the systems, creating the ads, building visibility that actually brought them consistent leads and results. And because we were so busy in the background, we kind of let our own visibility slip down the list. And it's not because we didn't believe in it, okay? And it's not because we didn't know how, yeah? But it's because we were giving everything to the people who we were working for and working with. But at the start of this year, something kind of shifted in my mind. I actually came across some new data about how people are actually making buying decisions today, yeah? Now, right now, it takes on average between 62 to about 67 days for someone to say yes. That is a massive jump from when we first began back in 2019. Back then, many people would just buy after one click or within at least a week of seeing an offer. Last year, we also found out that people need generally around 7 hours of content. They need at least 11 touch points, and usually across 4 different platforms if they're not already known, okay? And that's before they even kind of consider the next step of choosing who to actually buy from. And we know all of this is happening in the middle of a trust recession that's been growing for more than 2 years. The online space has become noisier than ever before, and it's being made worse by that rise of generic AI content. But that's actually a story for another day. But the point was, when I read that data, it really did hit me hard. You know, our leads weren't saying no, they just hadn't seen enough of us to trust us. So we decided to treat ourselves like one of our best clients. We actually made our visibility a priority. Started showing up intentionally, consistently, and in the right places too. And the results speak for themselves. I want to share this with you because since February, with less than 4.5 grand in ad spend, our videos have been seen almost 1 million times already. Now, I'm not sharing these numbers just to show off. I want to actually explain why they matter in today's online space. You know, think about this. Nearly half the people actually saw our videos stop scrolling. I want you to think about your own behavior a minute. How often do you actually pause on an ad? Do you see how fast people are scrolling down? Yeah, attention spans are actually really short right now. For more than 45% of people to actually stop and look at our videos, tell us that the message and our delivery cut through all that noise. And I think that takes real skill and strategy, especially in today's really crowded feeds. The other thing was, over 27,000 people stay for more than a whole minute. This one's even more powerful because, okay, try this experiment yourself. Go and grab your phone, yeah, and scroll through social media. And then force yourself to watch a random video for a full 60 seconds and choose something you're not interested in, just anything. And you will actually feel how long a minute really is in that environment. So when I saw that 27,000 people chose to stay with our content that long, it was showing me that they weren't just watching, they were genuinely engaged. But the best thing is those kind of engaged views were only between 16p to 67p each. Think about that. For a full minute of somebody's attention at the right time for less than the price of a stamp. There aren't many other ways in marketing to get that kind of attention at that kind of cost. And I can't think of any that you can actually measure this clearly right now. And that's actually where the magic of filtering happens. The right people self-select when you put out a really good headline. And then from that, we can actually move them into a warm audience that the platform builds and updates automatically without you having to lift a finger. The best thing about that is there's no chasing emails, there's no collecting phone numbers that people don't want to give out anymore anyway. And the best thing is there's no more messy database of half-faked details that end up going nowhere. That trust recession means that people are even more guarded than ever before. But if they've actually watched your content for a certain amount of time, those platforms remembers them. It gathers their data and it quietly does the organizing for you. So if you know how, you could then retarget them just by knowing what to do. The best bit though about the data I found today was 7,000 people watched to the very end, and some of my videos were over 15 minutes long. Most were in the 3 to 5 minute range. And these were things where we were teaching, educating, and explaining how video ads actually work and how our service actually fits into that picture, which means that thousands of people didn't just click or skim. They were spending meaningful time learning from us, seeing how we think and recognizing that we actually know what we do. They know our craft. So that is authority built in real time. It's real skill and knowledge on display in a way that no one else can fake, and it works even while we're not on. It works even while we're sleeping or while we're doing other things like cycling or climbing mountains. And here's how this works when we build it for our own clients. We don't expect you to spend hours trying to figure out what to say or how to say it. That's where we come in, yeah? We actually create your scripts and your content structures for you. It's all based upon a clear understanding of your ideal clients and the results that you're looking for. And then all you need to do is record the videos using those scripts that we create, and then you share them with us by dropping it into a Google folder. From there, we take care of everything else. That includes scheduling all your content across the right social media platforms, setting up your ads, tracking and interpreting the ad data, testing to see what really resonates right now with your ideal people, and focusing your time and resources on the content that's most likely to bring you the results you're looking for. That way you're not buried underneath like content creation or second guessing whether it's working. You can actually stay focused on running your business, doing things you actually like, while your videos then are quietly building your visibility, growing your audience, and retargeting those people who are most ready to take action. Well, it's popping up so that when they're ready to take action, they know how to. Because we know visibility is not just about being seen these days. It's actually about being remembered. It's about building trust. And it's about doing it quietly until the moment someone is ready. And when that moment comes, you're always going to be the one that they turn to because they remember you. Now, if you want to see what that kind of visibility could do for your business, you could book in a 10-minute call at tinasanford.com. I'm just having calls with people right now to see if this is for them. And if it is, we see if we're a good fit. And if you are, we will then get started.